thank you so much to introduce me, and also to to be there and to speaking about also new frameworks. Sorry, but not the same. So that the good news, not the same frameworks. It's not Apple Connect. It's WeatherKit and Swift Charts. And I don't have animation. Sorry also for that. So this topic took my attention, Swift Chart and WeatherKit, and I will explain you why. And it's all about experience on it, and maybe through my way of thinking things, it's the things that I think are relevant to present. But first, me, just to understand maybe my way of thinking. I'm a mother of 4 keen sailors, and so I love sailing, and they should sail. And I'm also a former entrepreneur during 17 years in the hardware. I was taught it could be interesting to know that. So that's the thing. That's the thing that I made during all these years. It's hardware, and it's a test fixture. It's test electronics and mechanical parts of boards. But now I'm based in Amsterdam. I'm French. I forget to say I'm French, and don't laugh. Is it fun? But I'm based in Amsterdam, and since more than 4 years, I'm focused not only on hardware part, but also on software, and precisely Apple Universe and iOS. Based in Amsterdam, yes, iOS, and also I'm a lead volunteer at Women Who Code Mobile. It's a wonderful association to empower women to talk, to work in this area. We organize. We've got also a Slack. We organize tech talks. We support each other. We have also a list of job opportunities, and it's a worldwide association, so for sure you can find in your country a city to meet, but not also a city. We are at Women Who Code, we've got tracks, and the one I am in is mobile, but there's also tracks for Python, for the data, and front end, and so you could be in the far away in the country, you will find a Women Who Code association team. And so yes, okay for that. But why I decided to choose that topic for this talk. In my at VanMoof, the team was told to implement weather in the app. So we are not a weather app. It's an application connected to an electric bike. So it's the goal was not to be a weather app. So that's the reason why I feel it could be interesting to test and to put my hands in WeatherKit. I used to make an application with OpenWeather. And so a lot of people say, well, yes, we will use OpenWeather, it will be easy. And okay, on my side, I was thinking maybe I could test this one. It's from Apple, so we could trust. And so that's the reason. And I made an application on it in order to also try other framework from Apple. So I I push this application and I follow how concretely how we could work in production. Okay, an app from scratch. It's not a legacy app, but it could be interesting to test it before, like a MVP, you could say. And so the reason for this talk was also okay. I tested WeatherKit is easy, but it's so easy to implement that I was thinking, okay, it could be interesting for a talk, and also because there is people in this world who support other people, and especially we could say women, but support everyone to give talks. So let's do it. And this great tweet: if you have a talk you think would be great, no matter how easy, go for it. So what about a talk on the pros and cons on the WeatherKit and the Swift charts? Since a few days, few weeks, I like a lot of you, maybe I try ChatGPT, and first, okay, it's like a title for ChatGPT. So what about asking ChatGPT what are the pros and cons of these new Apple frameworks? And I at the same time, I realized that someone else, speaker in that conference, will talk about later on this thematic. But I asked ChatGPT, and ChatGPT answered me like a lot of time. Not right now. I'm not available. So okay. So pros from WeatherKit. The first one that if you want to try or implement in your application, I make a difference, as I said before, between legacy apps and app from scratch. But in a legacy app, we could say, the cool thing, it's you could use it in all platforms. Because it's a framework from Apple, so on iOS, iPad, tvOS, macOS, and so that's really cool. It's a UI kit basis regarding Swift charts. So it's a way of thinking of UI kit basics. Sorry, Swift UI basics. So it's a way of thinking of Swift UI, and you don't have to code in another way. Sometimes in UI kit, when you have to have a special way of coding for iPad, so not for Swift charts. So that's really cool, and also it's you could share it with Android team because Apple give also the REST API for WeatherKit. For the weather, but it's the same way of you can make requests, and it's the same. It's from Apple, so it's the same sources. So it's really interesting. First point, yeah. For me, it's if we could code less, I mean, with more readable and less line. What about this tool? Because we can use on all platforms. Another point is accessibility. It's so easy in Swift UI to add accessibility, so that's also a really good point to use it. And as I said, they love each WeatherKit and Swift charts love Swift UI, but also UI kits you can implement very easily, even if you are in a flow in UI kit, very easily that kind of framework. Also in production. Another point, it's allowed to minimize costs and dependency. Remember that it's available in all platforms, so you're more focused on other points like testability. So it means that you have less technical devs, all obvious thing, I could say. And so you can improve your maintainability, lower your cost, the cost of your company. And also it is a good way to find bugs easily. The thing also that I love in that framework, it's Apple privacy. It's so regarding all the user location part, it's provided by Apple. So for the future, even for now, it's a point that you do not have to focus about. It's Apple Universe, so like all the Apple Universe, again pros. There is cones after. The floor is moving with this modern fixture. So you have, it's Apple Universe. So I mean, if there's something interesting on a business side, we could say Apple will think about it, would think about it. For example, in the WeatherKit, you have weather alerts for storm, and an easy way to implement. And also the point that I like is air pollution. It's modern thing, and in all of application, it's really interesting to have that kind of information. It's easy to, it's Apple Universe, so really easy to implement in your Xcode project. It's come, as I said, it supports REST API for other platforms, and you know the precisely the number of calls that have been made on your server. For that, Apple gives you a dashboard to follow the calls per month, and there is a cost after that point, but also with other solutions. And you know precisely how many requests have been done on this API. Another prompt for WeatherKit, it's that it uses machine learning and algorithm to predict weather. This is Apple source. I mean, it's true. And also with WeatherKit, you have different data sets, and it's easy to know the new ones, and it's in your Apple News, so it's very easy. Cones, because we need cones. Regarding WeatherKits, you need to follow the guidelines and requirements from Apple. That's not new. But that's it. That's just the logo, the trademark of Apple should appear clearly, and also the link to the sources. So that's it. Currently, maybe later they will change it, but currently it's only that part. It's not so big. The cone, yeah, it's you have limited control over the source of weather data, but again, in a lot of cases, the goal is not to produce a full weather application. So it's more to have useful information. So who cares? But that's the cones. And you have another content. You have limited customization option for the way that it's appear. A cloud is image of cloud, a sun, and so on. So if you use, for example, your design team could say, no, it's not precisely the way that we want to display that kind of information. So that's okay. But you could convince them that it's so fast, and it's, yeah, maybe in a way not easy with, but yeah, that's a cons regarding customization. And also another thing is data sources. It's this is the data sources that Apple gave, and it's external sources that, yes, with external sources it could have potentially an impact on the accuracy of the weather information that you display. But yeah, that's a con. Now, the pros for switch charts. And it's the cool thing, switch charts is really cool, really simple, easy. You just have to import charts, and it gives you really, really, really nice charts. And for example, you can include, really easily do a lot of work for you, like include colors, legends, the scales also is really interesting. You have a lot of modifiers that you could use with charts, and you can make a bunch of amazing charts. And Jordan, who is in the room, and provide you on GitHub a lot of different charts that you could use, and you also can improve the GitHub with your ideas, and that's really interesting. You can show all the different amazing charts that you could build in your application. Yeah, another thing that I really like in the Swift chart is it's really fast to show information, and there is also Vinicius. I will give you all the different sources at the end of the slides, and Vinicius give you a really great example the way Swift chart is acting with music. So also it's you can realize how speed it is with data. That's great. Another interesting things in charts is the level of customization. In charts, all visual elements are called marks, and it's easy to move from a line chart to a bar chart. It's really easy. It's just a word. So really good point. And it's only, to start with a chart, it's only few lines of code. Import charts, a struct in a view, I mean, Swift UI, in a Swift UI, and only you put chart, the data, and the different kind of chart that you want to display. In this example, it's bar chart. And you be able to plot, and for that you have X, Y, and that's it. And at that point, you already have, you are able to display a chart. Another cool thing is it's rock solid structural approaches. So you are able to create the few dependencies as possible. It's independent from the other UI, and it's another pro for Swift charts. It's declarative frameworks, the Swift UI vibes. And you can create really, really advanced graph. The cons is that the transition may be costly. you often use another product which is called chart, but this one is charts, and you often use with a dependency another tool. So if people have to take all the view, for example, if it is developed in UIKit, maybe there is a cost, the time that you take to develop the new one. But it's a balance between the future. Yes, so yeah, it's so yeah, the conclusion is that it's nice and easy if you know the song. If you don't know the song, it's not working. So as Tina Turner said, so what about just show you? So in my application to call for WeatherKit, so you just need to import WeatherKit above of this file, and you call the weather services on this line, and that's it. You just have to do this, and you have all the information regarding the weather. After that, there is different way of writing the code, of mapping the information, but that's not the goal now. So just import WeatherKit. As I mentioned, this just to show you also charts. So import charts, and you call. I show you the code before the chart part, and you can add. This is one from Jordan. This one, and you can add animation and really in a really fast way. Another example. It's working? Yeah. I'm not sure it with the sound. No. Sometimes no. So this one is to show you the, but I don't have network. So yeah, you will do it later. I need with network. So this one show you the, as I mentioned before, the information with data, and to show the data and speed. Yeah, and here you can find all the references to start with, and also if you already know this framework, to have advanced information on it. And that's it.